What's up, YouTube? What's up, people? What up, though? This your girl Lolo coming in to talk to you all about dealing with anxiety when the results from a death. As some of you all know, back in November 2021, I lost my only sister. She was 44 years old, and it was her death was very unexpected. I received a call on that Monday beforehand, and again, she passed away on a Saturday, but she was in the hospital from that Monday beforehand till Saturday, November the 6th. The jobs, these people go to these jobs to work hard. But people, I want to know from the CEOs. I want to know from human resources. And I'm going to talk about human resources too, because the lady in human resources at my sister's job, the morning that she passed, her name is Monique. My sister worked for Vascor in the city of Detroit on East Jefferson on the grounds of Chrysler Corporation. I don't know if there's a procedure, which it should be. If something happened to you on the job, should that job be negligent? Because I feel like they were very negligent. I called after my sister passed away to talk to the lady Monique, which is in human resources, just to find out if they had a package for their employees for life insurance, if for anything, for any reason, anything might happen. And lady called me back. I called her on that Sunday, the day after my sister passed, which was November the 7th of 2021. The lady didn't call back and return my call until that Wednesday. Now, I'm going to remind you now, when I called her, I didn't even get a chance to leave a voicemail. Her voicemail was full. I don't know if you all know when you call someone and they tell you you can't leave a voicemail. But anyway, speed it up today. She called and she said that she was calling me for an application that I had filled out, and she was trying to set up an interview. I was confused, kind of baffled, because I don't work plant jobs. So how do you have an application sitting in front of you? Lies, lies, and more lies. She was so not compassionate to the point where it wouldn't have been nice, should I say, had she been standing in front of me. She was calling me to replace myself with my sister's job. Now, remind you, my sister passed away at that job on their grounds, the grounds of Chrysler, but she worked for the company Vascor. Very uncompassionate. Told me my sister had illnesses that I know she didn't have. I have questions because she was ours. Vascor in the city of Detroit, East Jefferson, she meant something to us. Mrs. Monique in Human Resources, she meant something to me, my baby sister, at 44 years old. She meant something to her son. She meant something to her nephews that is still grieving. We are grieving. There's more question than answers. I was just calling to see if you all had a life insurance policy for my baby sister. And you in return tells me that illnesses that I know she didn't have. Coworkers calling me telling me she had said she was sick all morning and you all didn't get her any help. We got to do better, people. These companies, these CEOs, we need to get better. You all need to get better as bosses, as owners of these different big corporations. And it don't even have to be a big corporation. If you have employees, if you have lives up under you in your staffing, then you're obligated to protect them, especially if it's something that you can do that's in your control. 911 would have been a good option to call to get my sister some help. But instead, within an hour, I gets to a hospital and she's on a ventilator. Several strokes she had at that job, and no one was there to help save her life. She had several strokes back to back at a job that she was just going to faithfully every day. Miss Monique, kudos out to you. Because if you had a 44-year-old sister, the way that you treated Lakeisha Jean Alexander's family, with them just calling to ask you if you had a life insurance policy for her, very professional. Very, I don't know if you were trying to just save yourself, but Monique, apology would have went a long ways. But instead, you let us just soak and just be miserable and deal with grief the way that we dealt with it, without answers, with more questions inside of our heads instead of answers. Again, thank you, Vascor, Jefferson, in the city of Detroit, Chrysler grounds. I felt like you allowed my sister's life to just be thrown away. And again, people, we need to get better with this. For a long time, the reason I'm speaking out now is because we were so silent in what we were dealing with. And then this. Sometimes pressure busts a pipe and you have to talk to someone. Vascor, she meant the world to people. She had friends. She was a sister. She was a mother. She was an auntie of a brand new baby at the time. She became a new auntie. And her new 2-year-old niece now runs around the house hollering for her aunt that she never got a chance to meet because she was going to work in the morning and she never came home. But Vascor feel like they could just tuck it up under the rug with no answers. And people, when you're grieving, this is on another subject, and sometimes you don't have people that you can trust. It might even be your own family that you can't trust. And you allow someone to come in and you trust them. Don't let them down by allowing greed to come in. My nephew allowed my sister, so-called friend, because I use friends very, very confident. When you have real good friends, like I have a real good friend that I could call any given time, day or night, and she's there. That's my ride or die. But you can best believe if I died tomorrow, my friend would not be in my house ransacking through my things, just searching with her child, which my best friend don't have a child, but gaining. But you didn't even show up at her funeral, at her services, add an insult to injury. But that was your best friend. No, Tamika Marshall was her best friend. One of her best friends. One of them that most definitely wouldn't be in her house gaining. One of them that was helping actively with her services. Sometimes we use friendships. We carry those names around and we use them too loosely, should I say. Again, I came in to chime in with you guys to talk about some of the things because my expressing is therapy. It might be therapy for you too. I hope it is therapy for you. So I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Um, Take care of each other, guys. Your mental health, it matters. Take care of one another because during the day you might be able to save someone's life, or on the down note you might push them over the edge, and that's not a good thing for themselves or you. Protect each other, love on each other, and I'll talk to you guys later.